And one. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Fulton Street Beats, where we like to take the boring and the mundane, twist it in a little ball, do something cool with it, make some rock and roll out of it at least. You can call me Mr. Mike, and I'm happy you're joining me today.
Yeah.
So, channel dynamics is kind of strange, and it's hit or miss. I don't know what's happening. Sometimes it's pretty fluid. Sometimes not so much. Put a video out last week, and I wanted to get some recommendations on maybe what you guys, the viewers, would like. Would you like some more reviews? What would you like reviewed? Or would you like some how-tos or what have you? Very little response. As a matter of fact, I don't think I had any recommendations for what you guys would like to see, and I found that very odd. I don't know if it's a weird YouTube algorithm or what have you. I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube. Subscriber count keeps going way, way up and then dropping way, way off. I think they may have a glitch in the system. And we've had disappearing likes. That's really weird. We had over 300 likes the other day that just fell off, and then like 29 of them came back, and they're going. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. I think YouTube's got something weird going on. I don't know. Not a big deal. But what is a big deal is I really want to know what you guys would think. Well, but we're on a time constraint, and we need things done. And we're always searching for content. So I took it upon myself, since I didn't have anybody chime in with any really good ideas. I took it upon myself to do a few things. Number one, we got rid of the Firefly guitar, the semi-hollow body. That is gone. The upgrades were done. That has been sold, and the money has been used along with some donor money to the channel. We have taken that money and we have purchased, and it's either going to be here today or tomorrow, a Epiphone limited edition 58 Flying V. That's right. Why a Flying V? Well, I've wanted a Flying V for a long time. And this one is a bit different. And I like it. And it's a limited edition. How can you go wrong? I plan on doing some changes to it. I plan on changing the pick guard. I plan on adding my own little flair to it and doing that on the channel. But that's not all. We ordered also, and you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. I ordered a Epiphone Flying V case, which if you guys have ever looked for a Flying V case, you know that they're outrageously priced. As a matter of fact, anything associating with Flying V is outrageously priced. The Flying V kits, which we were going to do, I was thinking about building one, and we might do that in the future still. The prices for them are going up and up and up and up also. I don't know if it's a lumber thing or what it is, or, you know, if it's the, I'm not going to get political, but anyhow, those prices are going through the roof. And if I did a build kit, I wanted it to be a set neck. I don't want a bolt-on neck. I want a set neck, and every kit that I was coming across, it's available anyhow. I mean, I can find them where they're, I'm not ordering something that I don't know when it's coming in. I don't do that. I don't buy things that aren't in stock. A matter of fact, I think it's really bad form for companies to say, hey, pre-order this and we'll let you know when it comes in. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not giving you my cash, especially in today's time, day and age, where ships are sitting outside of ports not being allowed to dock. I don't think I'll give you my money and hold my hand on my ass. That's just not going to happen. So I always order things if they're in stock. And that goes with any company. I don't care how reputable they are. I will not do it because they are not in control of when things get shipped to them. Keep that in mind. That goes with anything across the board. So that's just my personal preference. Sorry. I apologize if I offended, but that's the truth. So anyhow, we got the Flying V coming, and we got the Epiphone, official Epiphone case to go with this Flying V. And it is a set neck, by the way. And it is a limited edition. And it's in a natural finish. And it's supposed to be just like a 58 Flying V. So that's pretty cool. What else? Well, I've been doing some wheeling and dealing, and for those who don't know me, I like to make money, spend the money, and make a profit on top of it. I like to know how to do things that's going to, well, benefit me and make something too, because, well, time is money, and when you put time into stuff, you want a little bit of a return. So, for those of you who don't know, and I've been over this before, I am an acoustic drum builder. Baker Percussion, Wicked Nation Custom Drums. I got out of it for a while. We're now going back into it. Now, I'm not going to put that aspect of it on YouTube. However, I will bring you how-tos and how to do cool things. So that's going to be starting shortly. And I'm going to present to you guys how to do things inexpensively on a budget with great results. And if they don't get you a great result, I'm not going to tell you about it, because what's the point? We don't want mediocre. We want really good results. So those of you know, I play on a Roland right now in this little studio that I am in. I have a Roland Vad306 kit set up that I have wrapped in a aqua blue sparkle that is beautiful. However, that is always subject to change because I change things. I'm going to take this aqua blue sparkle drum kit for you Roland owners out there. Really easy to do. I have a video up on how to do that for $16. Actually, I think it's $20 now because the price of what I used to wrap it has went up. So $20, you can wrap your whole kit and do a really good job, and it doesn't ruin the finish underneath. If you want to watch that video, I'll put that here. Okay, now, what am I going to do? Well, I've been through this acoustic kit. You know I love the electronics of the Roland, but I do not like the quality of the shells. As a matter of fact, they're subpar. They're not good shells. They're on par with a Griffin's, I say this all the time, a TKO kit, but cut in half. I mean, it's kind of, they sound good because that's the electronics doing the job. So when you buy these kits, you're paying for the electronics. You're not paying for the hardware. It's not the hardware. It's not the shells. You're paying for some drum heads. Those mesh heads are awesome. And you're paying for the drum hard. When I say the hardware, I mean the lugs and stuff. Very cheap. Not that great. However, your hardware you get as far as your double brace cymbal stands and what have you, those are nice, really top notch. Those are nice. But as far as the drums themselves, you're paying for the electronics, but yet people want them. And I get it. You love electronic kits. I get it. You love that it's no fuss, no muss, easy to do. But a lot of people get on these electric kits and they go, you know what? They sound really good, but my brain is playing tricks on me because I'm used to an acoustic kit and I want that visual aspect because let's face it, nice acoustic kits are visually appealing. And if something's visually appealing to you when you're sitting behind that kit, something clicks upstairs and makes you play better. And that happens for a lot of people. Whether it happens to you or not, I don't know what happens to me. It happens to a lot of other people too. I've talked to them about it. And yeah, they'll sit behind this little kit and it goes, it sounds so good. The electronic kit sounds so good, but I can't get into it because it feels so compact. And they are compact. Even though they do the Vad306 and you have the separate cymbal stands and everything, and it expands things out and you can set it up more like a traditional kit, it still is, when you look at the kit and you look at those half-size toms and that rinky-dink bass drum. I say rinky-dink. It's an 18-inch drum, but what is it, 7.5 inches deep, something like that? I don't know. So what I'm going to do, and what I've already in the process of doing, I was going to build my own custom shells for this. And then I figured, why would I do that? Because honestly, for me to build a custom shell the way I do it, it costs a lot of money. It really does. It's less expensive to buy a shell from a company and use it. It's that simple. For what it's going to cost me to do it and do it properly, because when I say properly, I have to get the shells, I have to mold the shells, okay? I have to get the plies and mold the plies, okay? Which is a process. You know, glue everything up, apply it together, form it, hope everything comes out all right. Then we have to do that. We have to cut our bearing edges, and that's not a big deal. Cutting bearing edges is not a big deal. I've did it so many. I mean, you can do it. I can do it with my eyes closed, but yet most manufacturers can't even get that right. Which is with exception of a few like DW. DW does a really good job on their bearing edges. Although I have seen some that haven't been good. But these Roland kits, because they're electronic kits, have some of the shittiest bearing edges that I've ever come across. I mean, I'm just being real. When they sit their electronic plate in underneath the head in the shell, that's actually grooved out in the bearing edge. They actually notch out a part of the bearing edge. Now, that would be so the electronics do not move. But I have a problem with that. Well, for one, even though they do that so it doesn't move, but stay with me here. So that electronic plate inside doesn't move. If your head tension is proper, it's not going to move. It's not going to move. If it moves, you got something way too loose, right? And number two, when you cut that groove out, you've taken away the integrity of the bearing edge itself, okay? And nothing's going to seat properly anyhow. Because the most important aspect of it is the hoop sitting right and your head sitting right. I hope that makes sense, because you can't have equal tension. Equal tension is the name of the game. With any drums, I don't care if it's electronic, acoustic, equal tension is the name of the game. We don't willy-nilly it and go, well, this is close. No, we want it right. We want the proper feel, the proper play. So what I have done, and I know it sounds like I'm digressing, but I'm not. It all comes into play. So what I have done is I have went on Amazon, yes, Amazon again, and I have ordered up a Yamaha shell. And I believe it's a 10 by 8. If I'm correct. It's 10-inch diameter. And I can drop my electronics into this shell, put it onto the kit with this hoop. And if this hoop doesn't work, which it should work, if it doesn't work, we'll just do external triggers. Not a big deal. Not a big conversion. The best part about these kits is the module. But if I can use their electronics, we'll use that too. So this drum shell cost me $98. I can't build it for $98. Now we have a nice deep tom. Okay? But the wonderful thing is about this, it's going to be a hybrid kit. Can either be full on electronic or full on acoustic. Because I'm not going to cut that groove in the bearing edge for that to slip in there. What I'm going to do is sand off the groove on the electronic so it sits there. Put my heads on. We now have an electronic tom that the electronic can be removed and go back to totally acoustic. That's on its way. But I'm a cheapskate, because I want to pass this on to you how to do this. So what I have done, and there's certain ways you can approach this. I like a 1-up, 2-down setup. That's how I usually like to play. And I feel limited with the Roland, how it is. The sizes, like I said, visually do something to my brain. I need proper tom. I need 10, 12, 14, 16. It has to be in those realms. The snare I'm fine with. That little snare works for me, but we're going to change that eventually too. So I've also ordered a kick drum. And that kick drum, let me tell you what this is and tell you what it's a Mapex Armory. Now, I will tell you right now that I've gone with some weird ass colors because I'm doing this on the cheap. And if I need to wrap something later on, we can do that inexpensively, remember? So it's a Mapex Armory 20 by 16. It's brand spanking new. It's the desert dune color. Okay. And I picked this up for a total shipped. Are you ready? I'm always looking for deals. $150.12. Well, people are saying, Mike, your drum's an 18-inch drum. What are you going to do? You can't use your drum head trigger on that. Nope, I can't. But what I can do is take this Roland, which is a brand new bass drum, this Roland bass drum, and sell it. And buy a Roland Td17 kick drum trigger that goes right with my module. See where I'm going? For $99. So now I got $250.12. $250.12 into a brand new bass drum. Now I looked for the deals. It takes time, guys, and research. $250.12 into a nice acoustic bass drum with a Roland RT30K trigger. Okay. Now I have this Roland. This Roland goes in a box. It's brand new. I pull the wrap off. Remember, it's been protected. I literally pull that off. It's a brand new drum. It was a month old. I put it in the box. Still got all the packaging, original box. And I sell this on Reverb. And somebody's going to get a good deal and an amazing drum because it does work and it's beautiful. I mean, it looks nice. I'm not going to sell it wrapped, of course. I'm going to put it back to the black. We'll put it in the box. Somebody will be very happy with it. We've just funded the new big kick drum, which is an upgrade, and the new trigger that works perfectly with this V-drum module. And I make money on top of it that goes to fund the next drum, which is going to be a Mapex Armory. You ready? Desert Dune floor tom. And let's see if I can pull that up here. This is how I do things because you want to make money and fund things. I don't want to pay to upgrade. I want to upgrade, be happy with what I'm upgrading, and do it for nothing. And maybe make some money too. While everybody's happy across the board. And I still undercut when I sell, and I do some selling on Reverb. I still undercut people, everyone that's out there. I look at it and go, well, that's the best price. I'm going to beat that price. And everything always sells pretty much boom. So I got to go to my watch list here. Where's my watch list? There it is. And we're about to add this to my cart. It's a 14 by 14, brand new floor tom. Another Mapex Armory series. And I'm going to pick this up, and the leftover money pays for it. You see that? It's lucky. You're lucky if you have a little capital to work with first because you can plan this out, jump on things when you need to. The money comes back in, replenishes. You make a little profit, goes towards, well, in my case, the channel. I like to put everything back into the channel because it's a great hobby, and I promise my viewers when they do their donations that their money will be used for purchases, and that's what I do. Usually they're small purchases. Could be, I don't know, could be drum heads. So right now we're going to be doing, and I'm going to show you guys everything, the Roland upgrades, which is coming soon, and we'll do it in a series. When they come in, I'll try to get the videos out that day of me doing what needs to be done. Okay? And then we got the Flying V coming in, and the Flying V case that's coming in. And then we also have, I I needed an amp. I needed a new amp. And I was going to go with an orange amp, and I love them. Had one, love it. The Micro. You guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. with the external head. I mean, it's tiny, and it's just big sound. Amazing. But I've had one. Everybody knows they're good. So my job to you guys is to get something that nobody has so I can tell you how it is, or at least my first impressions. So I picked up an amplifier. Who did I get that amp through? I got it on Reverb. I got the amp on Reverb. Hold on. Okay. This got a message for Reverb. Hold on. So I picked it up, I think, on Reverb. But let me check, because I'm all over the place here. Yes. It's a Lex Pro. Probably never heard of it, because I hadn't. And they do have them on my Amazon, and some people love them, some people hate them. 40-watt electric guitar amp combo, 8-inch speaker, 4-ohm. You know, it's got custom EQs, all that stuff. It's orange, too, so it looks like an orange amp. I looked on YouTube. I saw pretty much one guy with this amp, and he's just kind of going over real quick over the amp line, but they didn't really review it. So I want to bring this to you and tell you guys how it is. Is it shit? It's $100. I paid $99 for it. $100. Hopefully you guys like it, and we'll give it a try. The Flying V. Listen, guys. Guitar prices are starting to go through the roof, and things are hard to find. Flying V's right now are creeping up big time. Even the kits, the build kits, like I said. And if you can jump on one of these, I would think that now would be the time to do it. It's an Epiphone limited edition, exclusive run, 1958 Flying V. Korean Antique Natural. Okay. I got this from American Musical Supply, which is ZZ Sounds, whatever. That's who they are. It's the same company. Don't let them shit you. So I picked this up. Beautiful guitar. Yeah, I paid the price for it. I paid what they're asking. No way around it. But I wanted one. $600, $599. So it is what it is. But they're going to go up. So it's not like I'm sitting on a dead horse. They're going nowheres but up. It's not going to drop. They're limited editions. It's not going to drop. They pretty much hold their value. It's a good investment, and it's going to look good in the studio, and I get to play it and have fun on it while upgrading it a little bit too. And that's what we did with the Firefly. I got the Firefly at a good price, and I upgraded it. A lot of it was upgrades that didn't hardly cost anything or were free. And then I ended up selling the guitar, which was still a really good bargain for what they were selling out there, and the guy's really happy with it. Just shipped. I mean, beautiful guitar, well, good playing guitar. Had the, as you guys saw, had the Bigsby style vibrato on it and everything when I was done. And beautiful guitar. And I was proud to I wasn't happy to let it go, but I'm proud that somebody's getting it a guitar like that for a inexpensive price that I could offer. So that's what's going on Fulton Street Beats. And I hope you guys do stick around to see these little builds we're going to be doing, because I think they're really cool. And for you like we got something for everybody. For you drummers, we're going to have a lot of drum stuff. And I'm figuring out the arrangement of how I want to do it and approach it for you guys. But I think the how-tos, and you electric guys out there, I want to thank you. I want to thank you guys, because without you, I never would have went to an electric kit. You opened my eyes. You opened my eyes, because I never, listen, years ago when I started looking at electric kits, they were not for me. They were shit. Okay. They just didn't react. They didn't do what you needed them to do. Now, the electronics are amazing. They do their job. But these companies really skimp on shell quality. That kind of is, you know what I mean? That's a big, to an acoustic drummer, that's a big thing. Shell quality is a big thing. And not all their kits, because you can get your standard size shells that are decent with Roland, but look at the God. Look at the price. Let's look at the... Okay, so let's see the difference. Let's do that. Let's look at a Roland bass drum. And let's see just how much one of these drums is. Okay, so for your... They're just... This is insane. So you got your... There's a KD80 18-inch, and that's just, you know, it's an 18-inch. It's like mine, but it's double the shell depth. Okay, pretty much. About double the shell depth. Still an 18-inch acoustic. $1,249. $1,249 used, but mint. It doesn't... Get this straight. It doesn't sound... It's not going to sound any different than mine. So that's crazy. For a KD 2020, which is a 22-inch bass drum, now you're getting bigger, $1,000. You can go in brand new for $1,000. Now here's the KD 2020-22 that's used for some reason. They want $1,600 for. These are bass drums that I still get. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe you guys can let me know, but I'm pretty sure they got plastic hoops on all these things too. Mine does. Maybe I'm wrong. They could be wooden. Maybe they're wooden. I would hope so for that price. I would hope so. I haven't did my research enough to know. Anyhow, you see where I'm going with this. So let's find my kick drum. Okay, here's my kick drum. Here's a used one. And it's almost $600. Okay. That's my kick drum. So I'm going to undercut that, of course, when I put it up for sale. I'm going to undercut that. And it'll be shipped in the original box with the paperwork that came in the box. All that. It'll be shipped great. And so we undercut that. Say I sell it for $525. I just paid for almost everything that I just did to my drum. If you think about it. Through one drum. But you can do that with every single drum. So what I'm going to do with what would be considered my floor tom, my 13-inch tom, I'm going to run an actual floor tom, sell that drum, and put a trigger on it. Put Roland triggers all the way around. I have not really a hybrid kit. It's one or the other, however you want to run it. You can call it a hybrid. A hybrid, to me, would do both on the fly. I guess you could, but the heads, I'm still going to run. I'd like to run mesh heads just because of the noise. I don't want to disturb the neighbors. So we'll see how that goes. Certain things are up in the air, but that's what I'm doing. We're going to turn it into a visually appealing acoustic kit with triggers. I got the module, upgrading everything with zero investment, except the initial investment of buying the kit itself. So everything's getting upgraded with zero investment after that, and actually some profit on top of it, which is really, really cool. So if anybody out there watching is interested in a beautiful, perfectly playing Roland bass drum from a V8306, I guess that would be considered the KD180L, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And it will come complete with the heads. And what's really crazy, I don't think that drum head, the beater side with the trigger, I don't think you can buy those. I don't see those available anywheres. So think about that. Maybe I'm best taking the drum apart and selling the pieces. I don't know. What do you guys think? I rely on you electric drum kit owners to enlighten me on a lot of things, because as far as the electronic aspect of it, you guys know your shit. I don't. But what I do know is quality of shells, things like that. But I want to thank you guys once again for turning me on to the electric kit, because it's really cool. And now it makes me visualize the things that I can do with this kit and to make it my own. And that's the fun part of it. You guys like making things your own? That's the way to go. It's just the only way to fly. So stay tuned, guys. I know this is a lot of talking on this episode, but that's okay. And you can listen or you don't have to listen. But I'm just here to inform, tell you guys what's going to happen, and have a little fun along the way. It's kind of a little bit of zen. You guys are awesome. Remember to be kind to each other. Just be generally good people. That's what makes the world go around. Thanks, guys, for watching Full Street Beats. Please hit that like button, share, subscribe, and I will be back with you soon with these cool builds and upgrades. Thanks for watching.